This house boasts the latest in domestic technology, making it the gadget lover's dream home. Rooftop solar panels generate most or all of the home's electricity, but that can be supplemented by a home generator that produces electricity from natural gas at a 95% efficiency rate. The house has been designed along solid environmental principles with excellent insulation and passive cooling. The pool is solar heated. Residents can keep the outside world at bay with smart glass that turns windows opaque at the flick of a switch. There's a wine cellar that keeps a digital inventory of bottles. And a digitally controlled shower that personalises water temperature and pressure for each user. And the water comes at the bather from a number of different angles. Residents can watch television and other media from any room in the house. Of course, the home also features all the high-tech gadgets you'd expect, like state-of-the-art home entertainment, remote controls that allow you to turn on and off just about everything in the house, and cameras throughout the home that can be accessed online. Sunset and Popular Science magazine joined forces to create this home of the near future. The house's web camera allows the owner to check up on what's going on at home, even if they're on the other side of the world. The 5-bedroom house of innovation has just been sold for an undisclosed figure. As a condition of sale, the house will remain open to the public for several more months. Technology is making shopping easier and more secure too. At this supermarket in the south of Germany, they're lining up for more than just groceries. They're being fingerprinted voluntarily. A new system allows customers to register with a scheme that lets them pay for their food with their thumbs rather than their credit cards. Here they register by giving the teller their bank details and an imprint of their thumb and forefinger. The supermarket chain that's launching the new technology says that once they've signed up, customers will be able to pay for products with a swipe of their thumb. The idea is to speed up the process of paying for groceries, especially for people who are purchasing only a few products. The company that invented the system says that customers don't need to worry about identity theft or other fraud. It's impossible to fake or copy your fingerprint because only parts of the print are scanned and saved in the database. And the finger scanner can also differentiate between man-made materials like silicon that could be used to fake an imprint. Some customers say they would find the system very useful if they were to forget their wallets, but others express fears that no cashiers would lead to the loss of jobs. The managing director of the supermarket says that his customers don't need to worry. Supermarket employees should have more time to provide better customer service. And another retail innovation, this time in Japan, is allowing shoppers to use their mobile phones to find out more about the food that they eat. Details about when, where and how the food was produced are put onto a barcode by farmers, so consumers can use their phones to read the information at the supermarket. Tomatoes grown in these hothouses are regularly catalogued, detailing which fertilisers have been used and how often. Growers here are contributors to Net Catalog, a website which was launched in 2003 by Ibaraki Prefecture and the Japan Agricultural Cooperative. Diners in some restaurants can now check the details of the vegetables which are used in dishes by scanning the same barcodes printed on the menu using their mobile phones. It has been the buzz among the tech-savvy for more than a year, and now it's going mainstream. Slingbox and the soon-to-debut Sling Catcher are becoming household products that many believe will have us wondering how we ever lived without them. The Slingbox allows viewers to watch their home cable TV anywhere there is an internet-enabled computer or cell phone. Your laptop or cell phone connects to the Slingbox via an encrypted internet connection. This way, you have the same control over the home receiver that feeds your remote device as you would sitting at home. Right now, the Slingbox is in a unique position. The buzz has also been strong about the Apple TV, but analysts point out that it's primarily focused on allowing content from iTunes to be seen on televisions. Other companies like Mobi TV focus on delivering TV programming to cell phones, but not from your home TV, while other competitors have yet to attract the cachet and success of Slingbox. Like all revolutionary products, going mainstream is also a question of distribution, getting it into the hands of everyday consumers at an affordable price. The subscription-free Slingbox is available in more than 10 countries, including the UK and Japan. Right now, developments in video technology are coming thick and fast, and it's not just in modes of delivery that things are changing. This miniature projector turns regular eyeglasses into a personal video screen. The technology, which until now has only been seen in movies like Mission Impossible, projects a widescreen video image unnoticeable to anyone but the wearer of the glasses. The difference between this eyewear and ordinary spectacles is only in the small black box attached to the earpiece that receives the video signal and projects into the lenses. Images travel via fiber optics to the lenses, where they are enlarged and directed at the wearer's eyes.
Designated chimera.
Anyone who wants to use these eyeglasses can connect them either to a cell phone or to an iPod and then view the content. The product can be used as ordinary corrective eyeglasses, but once a cable or wireless device is connected, the conventional sunglasses become a video screen. Seeing a movie through these eyeglasses is equivalent to viewing it on a 2-meter screen at a distance of about 3 meters.
Please be good enough to let us know where you're
The company, Loomis Limited, has been approached by major manufacturers of cellular phones and portable media players, and it expects the product to be on the market this year. A more established video technology, the DVD, has already changed viewing habits. Now this familiar recording format is about to undergo a radical transformation. Toshiba has just released its new high-definition DVD format, but the company won't have the market to itself. A consortium including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung and Philips has a rival high-definition product called Blu-ray. The two rival video disc formats, HD and Blu-ray, are both contending to replace the existing DVD disc as the industry standard. Toshiba estimates that within months, the company will have sold 500,000 HD DVD players. Blu-ray holds up to 6 times the amount of data as the current DVD format. The new Blu-ray format was developed to enable recording and playback of high-definition video, and it offers even more storage capacity than HD DVD. The developers say HD and ultra-capacity DVDs will revolutionize the film and games industry. Sony's PlayStation 3 already uses the new Blu-ray technology. However, the PS3's European launch was delayed because of mass production problems in the Blu-ray drive. Blu-ray and HD DVD have split the industry into 2 camps, but consumers are still wary about committing to a format that may go the way of Betamax. Gaming fans are awaiting the release of the latest extension of the World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. Games developer Blizzard has created a new interactive world to explore based around the fantasy world of Azeroth. These types of games are called massively multiplayer online role-playing games. Blizzard's new expansion title, World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade, allows players to explore new kingdoms, battle through new quests, and create creatures and characters. The game was created to allow players new to the genre an introductory experience, while at the same time allowing better online accessibility. Players can create their own characters, including night elves, humans, orcs, tauren, and dwarfs. On completion of quests and adventures, players are rewarded with money or powerful equipment. According to the manufacturers, the hugely popular Warcraft series is played by 8 million people worldwide. The game's developers change the fantasy world monthly, adding new missions and creating new adventures. Continuing advances in technology are leading to a whole new fantasy world on the internet. Sophisticated computer games have been around for quite a while, but many older people don't participate. However, that does not mean that they don't play at all. With simple video games built into most computers and some mobile phones, almost everybody has the opportunity to play what are now being called casual games. With their bright colours and simple themes, these types of games are easy to pick up and enjoy without much video game experience. Nearly 150 million people play games like this, and it's now a billion-dollar industry. According to the 2006 Casual Games White Paper from the International Game Developers Association, the casual games industry has grown from almost nothing in 2002 to well over 600 million by 2004 in the United States alone. The IGDA predict that by next year, the market will surpass 2 billion just in the United States. Casual games are simple by design and less intense than the hardcore games that are generally targeted at young men. That's one of the reasons that the target market is rapidly changing. It's getting older and more female. According to a recent survey in the US, about half of the 150 million or so people that play games like this are over 50 years old, and 1 in 5 are over 60. Most casual games are non-violent, puzzle or word games like bookworm adventures. In this game, players link letters together and build words to feed a hungry bookworm. Bookworm has been the most expensive production of any casual video game that they've ever created. And recently, Nintendo's newest console, Wii, went on sale in the US. And after several delays, Sony's PlayStation 3 arrived in shops late last year. Microsoft's Xbox 360 has been around for more than 12 months. The high-profile rivalry between video game manufacturers Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft has been getting a lot of attention. In New York recently, PS3 customers were lining up in the rain. Enthusiasm for Sony's new console was not dampened by its high price tag either, $500 for the basic model and $600 for the 60GB version with built-in wireless. By contrast, Nintendo's Wii retails for $250 and Microsoft's Xbox 360 sells for $300 to $400. This craft is a prototype flying machine that the designers at Urban Aeronautics hope one day will lead to an everyday flying vehicle like a car. They've developed prototypes of 2 models called the X-Hawk and a smaller version named Mule. These flying cars do not have exposed rotors like regular helicopters, which means they can fly closer to objects than more traditional models. Standard helicopters find it hard to maneuver in crowded urban areas or dense natural terrain. The hidden rotor design allows the vehicle to fly right next to the side of a building. Urban Aeronautics says it will be useful for the military, as it could pick up soldiers stranded behind enemy lines. The fact that the rotor blades are hidden means these new models are quieter than helicopters. The full-size prototype looks like a futuristic space car, But at present, the cost of building the vehicles means they are too expensive for private individuals. It is hoped it will be useful to emergency services to deliver supplies or pick up people at risk in disaster zones. The X-Hawk can take off vertically in the same way as a helicopter. It can reach a speed of 250 kilometers per hour and climb to altitudes of 3,500 meters. Once airborne, the X-Hawk will be able to remain aloft for about 2 hours. The downside of the design is its heavy fuel consumption. Urban Aeronautics says the flying car would use 50% more fuel than a regular helicopter. The designers openly admit that widespread use of such craft could be as much as 40 years away. Now, a more conventional car, one that stays on the ground and that has been designed purely for fun. Mitsuoka Motors recently unveiled its latest do-it-yourself car, which is modelled after a classic Formula One racing car of the 1930s. The micro kit car K4 is powered by a 50cc scooter engine that can drive it at speeds of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Sitting this close to the ground, that probably feels pretty fast. The K4 is the sixth of its kind produced by the developer, which requires buyers to assemble the machine by themselves. It's as small as 2 motorbikes put together, measuring 2.5 meters in length and 1.3 meters across. It takes around 40 hours to put the more than 500 parts together. Under Japan's road transportation laws, the K4 is considered as a regular car and can run on any public road, excluding the country's expressways. The open cockpit means it's advisable to drive the K4 in fine weather. The manager of the microcar showroom at Mitsuoka Motors says it's every man's dream to assemble a car, then drive it around. The exterior and interior details are as finely crafted as you'd expect, so the time spent putting the little car together looks like being a labour of love, well worth the effort for an enthusiast. To a non-car person, it may sound a bit annoying. However, car buffs and plastic model car fans are snapping them up. The manufacturers were coy about exactly which 1930s race car the K4 is inspired by. To us, it looks like an Italian Bugatti or even the English Vornwall. Enthusiasts from around the world have already shown great interest in the K4, and Mitsuoka Motors are confident that this latest flat-pack model will sell well. We are not certain if a larger engine can be fitted, or if it meets with roadworthiness regulations in other countries. The cars are available with a price tag of about 56,000 yen, less if you choose an unpainted body. Just doing human tasks is not enough for modern-day robots made in Japan. They are increasingly required not only to act like humans, but to look like humans. A robotics laboratory at Osaka University unveiled the latest versions of its androids, an adult female and a little girl, during a recent robot technology symposium in Tokyo. Each is equipped with about 50 sensors and a number of motors that allow them to move in a human-like manner. The android's skin is made of flexible silicon instead of hard plastic. They blink, fluttering their eyelids, and even breathe with compressed air pumped into their bodies. When touched on the face, the taller robot, Repli Q1, shows facial expressions as if it really felt the tickle. She seems friendly most of the time, but gets grumpy occasionally when a stranger pats her on the shoulder. When that happens, she turns around and says, "Stop it, what's the matter with you?" Developers of the android say they have put a lot of work into their appearances, believing that a human look gives a robot a stronger presence. These androids are designed to be used as conversation partners for elderly and bedridden people, as receptionists, and even television anchor persons. The Japanese government estimates the market for service robots will rise to $10 billion within a decade. Robots have a position in Japanese society unlike that in any other country. The launch of a new robot, even a toy robot, is big news. Japanese toy maker Takara Tomy recently unveiled what they claim is the world's smallest walking robot. 15 centimeters tall and weighing less than 350 grams, the robot looks more like a mechanical doll. It can perform push-ups, dance along with music by lifting its arms or legs, and respond to several voice commands such as move forward or back. The company says this product targets adults rather than its traditional market of children, as the country's population is aging. All the major Japanese car manufacturers use the development of humanoid robots as high-technology demonstrators, and great prestige follows when a company develops a robot that can climb stairs or run in a more fluid manner than their competitor's latest model. The Edo-Chu Hospital in Japan has become the first hospital in the world to employ freestanding robots in proper jobs previously reserved for humans. The robots were warmly welcomed when they started work, but most people agreed they would never totally replace humans. The hospital has introduced one receptionist robot and 2 guide robots that will work in the lobby and corridors of the general hospital, directing patients and visitors. The robots were developed by TMS UK, a manufacturer of practical robots. The hospital paid approximately 60 million yen for all 3 robots and says that the robots are intended to work alongside human staff rather than replace them. Both the manufacturer and management of the hospital admit that this is the very first stage of the commercial use of robots, so that applications are very limited.